Yeah, hello guys, good morning. Welcome to the 18th of October 2019 Forex analysis. Yesterday we looked about a couple of currency pairs and we've been able to see certain expectations we needed for the market. So one of which was GDP AUD, and we can see we will begin to have a nice pullback around this region, so as expectedly. So it's quite nice that the build up is pulling up. So today, Friday, we'll be expecting that we'll have this build up down to this region for a potential buy. So majorly, if you are looking at the 1 hour chart, let's just look into the 1 hour chart and see if we can find. You can see that so far so good. We've not been seeing much expectation on the buyers. We've been seeing a kind of a struggling movement around this region, so it has been able to give us an opportunity to actually jump into the market. So but we'll be expecting more from see how the market goes, and we'll see if we could actually engage in a possible buys around this potential region. So then we'll actually take a few pips on that. Okay, so pending time, we'll need to be patient. We need to exercise patience so that we'll be able to get into the market at the right time and when it's actually needed and favorable. Okay, so all that said and done, let's look into the GDP USD. So we've been seeing also a lot of struggles from the buyers and the sellers. So really a pullback we expected, we've not been able to actually get a pullback right into the area we would have wanted it to go, but we'll still be expecting to see what's going to happen by today. Hopefully we'll be able to get in by Monday into this trade. So patience is also needed. It's quite important that we are patient. We'll wait for the setup, and we'll see how we can get into a few profit from there. Okay, and also nice one on the GDP net. Could also see that nice location we were expecting. So this will be a very good position for us to actually kick on into this buying movement. So we'll have to also be patient or wait for this setup to actually fully get into it, and we'll be able to do one or two things. So these are basically it takes a while for this setup to get up, but it's important that one thing you need to have an understanding about when you want to trade the forex market is you need patience. That's the most important thing. A lot of people they see the market, they know the system, they can actually view it, but they don't exercise the patience they need to actually get into the market. So and they get stuck in, and you discover that they have lots of money. So it's very important that we all exercise patience when it comes to trading the forex. So one other pair we looked into is gold. We've not been seeing too much from gold yesterday, so we were expecting that we'll see something around this region. Okay, but we've not been able to actually pull it through. We're expecting that. Okay, so far so good. Whichever way it is, we only want to see pull out from here, then it will be nice to get into the market, or either which way we can get into the market. If you have a pullback, then it will be very nice for us to take this trade. Okay, so whichever way it is, let's just keep hope alive, and we'll see how the setup is. Today's Friday. We don't need much today. We'll just expect and see how the week runs out, and we'll be able to take further entry in by next week. Okay, and let's look into USD JPY. USD JPY. I actually jumped into this trade, but I've not been able to see the nice setup that I needed to actually pulling through into this trade. But I've been able to take a few pips. I'm still running. Okay, we're expecting that we'll have. I pull back a little pullback, then we'll have a breakout around this region. But so far so good. We've not been able to see further more activities around this region, which is a little bit worrisome. So let's hope and see if it will still fall in place. But if it doesn't, for the sellers movement, it has been sluggish, so we can't actually state if it is going to go down to around this region for a push up. But so far so good. Let's see what's going to happen. If we have a little sluggish movement, then the buyers comes in and take it in, then it will be very nice for us to join into this buying trend. All right, so before we wrap up today, we took a trade on Euro USD, and we've been able to predict that we're looking for a nice flow in the Euro USD, and we've been able to get into this region, and few pips have been able to get in. We're still running and see if the trade is going to get to this region. Well, any time the trade gets into this region, we'll be looking for a little pullback around this region. So probably we'll get a pullback around this region. There to be an opportunity for us to actually join into this trade again and enter this trade for a continuation of the buying signal. So I wish you guys best of luck. So far so good. These are the few setups that I've been able to itemize. For this week we've not been able to do too much, but hopefully if we're with enough, then by next week we'll be able to have a very nice opportunity to get into the market. So far so good. Be patient, see your charts, understand them, then you'll be able to find good opportunities to trade. So from here, on a Friday 10th of 2019, I say have a nice trade. We'll see you on Monday by God's grace.